Hey Falcon Heights, this is Mrs. Simonson, and tonight we are going to be working on multiplication. So you can see that we have two objectives for the evening. The first is to understand the distributive property, and the second is to use partial products algorithm in multiplying. So the distributive property is a property in which multiplication can be done by multiplying parts of a number separately and then adding the products together. Let's say I have the problem 3 times 2 plus 4. Now we might be inclined to apply order of operations where we solve what's inside the parentheses first. 2 plus 4 is 6, and then multiply it by 3 and get 18. I'm going to show you the same problem, but I'm going to apply the distributive property. The distributive property again says that I will multiply each part separately. So I will multiply 3 times 2 and 3 times 4. And then I'll add those two products together. 6 plus 12 is 18. You'll notice I get the same answer in both, but this one uses the distributive property. Let me show this to you in a slightly different problem. Let's say we have 7 plus 2 times 3 plus 8. Applying the distributive property, I'll have 7 times 3 is 21, 7 times 8 is 56, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 8 is 16, and I'll add those products together. This is called a product list, and when you write the product list, you want to make sure you line up the place values so you add correctly. When I add those four products together, I get 99. I want you to solve this problem in your math notebook. Pause the video while you're doing the work, and then press play to see if you got the right answer. All right, let's see. When you distribute, you'll have this product list. 11 times 7 is 77. 11 times 3 is 33. 4 times 7 is 28. And 4 times 3 is 12. When you added those together, you should have arrived at a product of 150. So now let's say I want to apply that distributive property to an algorithm called partial products. When I have two factors, such as in this problem, 53 times 65, the first thing I would want to do is rewrite the problem in something called expanded notation. You're pulling apart each factor into its individual place values. So 53 is written as 50 plus 3, and 65 is written as 60 plus 5. Now we can go ahead and distribute and make our product list. 50 times 60 is 3,000. 50 times 5 is 250, 3 times 60 is 180, and 3 times 5 is 15. And if I add those together, I get 3,445. 53 times 65 is 3,445. Let's say I have these two factors, 624 times 11. The first thing I need to do is write them in expanded notation. 624 would be 600 plus 20 plus 4, and 11 would be written as 10 plus 1. Then I can go ahead and apply the distributive property and make my product list. 600 times 10 is 6,000. 600 times 1 is 600. 20 times 10 is 200. 20 times 1 is 20, 4 times 10 is 40, and 4 times 1 is 4. When I add up that product list, I get 6,864, which is the product of 624 times 11. I want you to write this problem in your math notebook, 389 times 28. Pause the video while you solve it using the partial products algorithm, and press play when you're ready to see the correct answer. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. The first thing you should have done was written the problem in expanded notation. 300 plus 80 plus 9 times 20 plus 8. Then gone ahead and distributed by making a product list. 300 times 20 is 6,000. 300 times 8 is 2,400. 80 times 20 is 1,600. 80 times 8 is 640. 90 times 20 is 180, and 9 times 8 is 72. And if you added all those products up correctly, you should have arrived at 10,892, which is the product of 389 times 28. So in tonight's lesson, we had two objectives: understand the distributive property and use partial products algorithm. At this time, go and review any part of the video that you feel you need extra practice. When you're ready, take the quiz, and we'll see you tomorrow.